All right, we are going to start with a story that has captivated our area and a lot of folks across the country here today. The last person to leave the home where Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found dead, taking the stand in the trial of Karen Reed. Good morning, everyone. I'm Colton Bradford.
And I'm Melody Mendez. So we're talking about Caitlin Albert. She is the daughter of Brian Albert. He is the man who owns the home where the body was found on the front lawn. And he testified yesterday. In fact, he testified Friday as well.
Yeah, so let's get you caught up to speed what they're talking about here, right? The defense is asking her about her connections to the first responders who were on the scene, specifically her relationship with a firefighter. That firefighter's name is Katie McLaughlin, who testified earlier in the trial as well. Let's get to NBC 10's Manoj Kwangora. He's live for us outside the courthouse in Dedham with the details here. Manoj, good morning. The defense team continuing to focus in on the Alberts family relationship with those first responders. What can you tell us here?
That's exactly right. And initially with Caitlin Albert, the defense was trying to use her testimony to kind of go against what we heard from Katie McLaughlin. But really, I thought what was more important that we heard from Caitlin Albert was that she was able to give us a timeline of how things played out. Now, she did testify that she was out at the Waterfall Bar and Grill with John O'Keefe, Karen Reed, her parents, and others. But they decided to go back to her dad, Brian Albert's home, where they kept the party going. Now, she claims to have left that home at roughly 1:45 in the morning. O'Keefe was never inside the home, she says, nor was he on the lawn when she walked outside. She was getting picked up by her boyfriend, Tristan Morris, who also testified today that even though he and Caitlin discussed Caitlin going out that night, the plan was never for him to pick her up. He had work in the morning. He says he picked her up because she contacted him in the middle of the night. Now, with all of that in mind, listen to this exchange between the defense and Morris, and keep in mind the lead investigator on the O'Keefe murder case was Trooper Michael Proctor.
On January 29th, at any point that day or night, Trooper Michael Proctor never interviewed you, correct?
Correct.
Nor did he interview the next day or the day after that, correct?
Correct.
The first time any investigator of this case interviewed you was May 7th of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And this is all important because Morris was there the morning in question. And again, police never got to interview him until 1 week after opening statements. Now, in addition to Morris and Caitlin Albert taking the stand, one other woman who was at that home that night of and morning in question is on the stand. She's actually on the stand right now, and we'll have everything that she has to say later on. But for right now, we're live here in Dedham. Manoj Kwangora, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Manoj, thank you. So if you want to watch everything that's happened in court, head to NBC10Boston.com. We're going to carry all of today's testimony live on our website, also NECN, and our streaming platforms as well.